Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Gao Wu, God Level Stealing. Chapter 1 God Level Stealing. The assessment of swallowing yuanjutsu will be held today. Those who pass the assessment will get 200 blue star coins and 5 caddies of yuan pork. Those who fail, pack up and go to Class F. A tall, bald man looked at the 581 students on the playground with a cold and concise tone. 200 blue star coins. 5 caddies of open black lens bracket yuan pork close black lens bracket. For ordinary students, it is not a small reward, and it can't help but make people excited. But when they heard that if they failed the examination, they had to go to Class F, the expressions of the students changed suddenly. Once you enter Class F, you will no longer enjoy the school's martial arts resources, which means that you can only be an ordinary person in your life from now on, and you will not have anything to do with martial arts. And this is the world of martial arts is respected. It's really bad luck. I'm just on the 3rd day of time traveling, and I'm about to undergo such a harsh and brutal assessment. On the school playground, a tall and thin boy with a handsome face thought to himself. Chin Dong. Ben is an ordinary high school student in 2023. After waking up, I found myself in this parallel world. After the rebirth, Chin Dong practiced very hard, but the bronze grade swallowing element art was not easy to practice. Chin Dong only has the elementary cultivation technique talent and the problem of practice time. Chin Dong's swallow yuan technique didn't even reach the first sight. Cultivation methods and martial arts are divided into 4 stages according to the level of proficiency: first glance, small success, proficiency, and great perfection. Swallowing yuanshu is a bronze rank body quenching technique. By absorbing the vitality in the air, temper the body. Elite universities only taught this exercise to these high school seniors this semester. For the vast majority of students, they have only practiced for less than half a month. In half a month, it is almost impossible for ordinary people to practice swallowing origin art to perfection. The students on the playground couldn't help discussing. What exactly is Director Wu's standard? Could it be that we really need to practice Xiaocheng? How can this be? We are not students of Class A. Should have practiced to first glance to pass. The tall, bald man is the dean of the 3rd year of the elite high school. Class C. Dong Zhijiang. Prepare. Essence swallowing technique has only been cultivated to Xiaocheng. Unqualified. Next person. After the assessment began, the dean of the 3rd grade simply said, unqualified, as if he had sentenced the student to death. The student's grade is in the middle class in the class. In less than half a month, he has practiced swallowing origin technique to small accomplishment. Qualifications and hard work can show that it's not bad. But it failed. For a moment, this made the other students tremble with fear. Is it really necessary to achieve proficiency to pass the assessment? Unqualified, unqualified, unqualified. The voice of the bald teaching director rang out one after another. This chant, like a demon, made all the students on the playground look ashamed. The 581 students present, those who can achieve minor achievement, are not in the majority. Not to mention open black lens bracket proficient close black lens bracket. Who told you to be lazy? If you don't work hard at ordinary times, the boss will be sad. At this time, an arrogant voice sounded behind Chin Dong. Chin Dong looked back and saw a boy of medium build with upturned nostrils. Both he and Chin Dong are students of Class D. Lin Bai, could it be that you have mastered swallow yuanshu? A student asked in surprise. It was almost Zochin. The man named Lin Bai said proudly. Wow, this. The students in the class couldn't help but exclaimed. Lin Bai was very satisfied with the reaction of the students, and he still proudly said, it's just a bronze grade cultivation technique. Is it difficult to practice mastery within half a month? These words made open black lens bracket swallowing yuanshu close black lens bracket have just stepped into the first glimpse, and even the students who don't have the first glimpse have an ugly face. HMPH, Lin Bai, it's only your aptitude that can cultivate mastery within half a month. I think you were taught by your elder brother in advance. Some people in the class couldn't understand Lin Bai's arrogance, so they couldn't help but sarcastically. Lin Bai's face changed slightly, as if he had been hit. HMPH, the sparrow knows the talent of the swan. Lin Bai said coldly, his face full of pride. Class D is ready. At this time, the voice of the bald head teacher sounded. The energetic Lin Bai stood at the front of the line. Just when he passed by Qin Dong was astonished to find that a virtual template appeared in his mind. Open black lens bracket Lin Bai close black lens bracket. Race. Human. Talent. Elementary Kung Fu cultivation talent. Cultivation method. Swallow Yuanshu bronze proficiency 95%. Martial skill. Lightning 7 whip black iron proficiency 90%. Qin Dong was slightly taken aback. After concentrating my mental strength, I can actually see other people's talent level, as well as the proficiency of Kung Fu and martial arts. Soon, a mechanical and cold electronic sound sounded in Qin Dong's mind. Ding, do you want to steal the skill's martial arts proficiency? This made Qin Dong very excited. Why novels do not deceive me. I also have golden fingers. It can steal the proficiency of other people's skills in martial arts. Qin Dong looked at his proficiency of Swallow Yuanshu, it was only 3%. Although Lin Bai's cultivation talent is only elementary, even in Class D, he is an ordinary person. But he looked down on his classmates and always felt that he was superior to others. The most important reason is that his elder brother, Lin Gang, is recognized as a genius in this city. And he himself shouldn't be in the same class as these mediocre people. Steal. Qin Dong thought about it. The stealing failed. Hint. Stealing conditions have not been met. A mechanically cold voice sounded in my mind. This shocked Qin Dong. What's going on here? What are the conditions for stealing? Steal the cultivation technique, Swallow Yuanshu. Qin Dong quickly stabilized his mind, realizing that the stealing target might not have been specified. But soon, the mechanically cold notification sounded in his mind again. The stealing failed. Hint. Stealing conditions have not been met. ... Failed again. What exactly are the conditions for stealing? Qin Dong saw that Lin Bai was about to step forward for the assessment. Qin Dong, who was in a hurry, couldn't help pulling Lin Bai subconsciously. Successful in stealing the proficiency of the cultivation method, swallowing Yuanshu. The voice rang out. This made Qin Dong happy. Qin Dong, why are you pulling me? At this moment, Lin Bai, who was being held back, turned his head and frowned. It's nothing, I want to take advantage of your good luck. Qin Dong made up a reason casually. Oh, Lin Bai, who was eager to express himself, not only didn't think much about it, on the contrary, he was quite satisfied with Qin Dong's behavior of thigh-hugging. After all, since he was a child, Lin Bai saw that his own brother genius, Lin Gang, was always surrounded by followers. Lin Bai stepped forward to assess and test. Off the field, Qin Dong took a look at his own virtual template. Open black lens bracket Qin Dong close black lens bracket. Race. Human. Talent. Elementary Kung Fu cultivation talent. Cultivation method. Swallow Yuanshu bronze proficiency 98%. Martial skill. Monument breaker black iron proficiency 71%. Qin Dong was extremely shocked and excited. Previously, his proficiency in swallowing Yuanshu bronze was only 3%, but after successfully stealing Lin Bai, the proficiency has increased to 98%. It is only 2% away from great perfection. Thinking of this, Qin Dong couldn't help feeling hot in his heart. As long as I steal it again, I can reach 100% and enter the great perfection. In addition, the reason why I was able to successfully steal. In addition to selecting the target to steal, there is also the need to make physical contact with the other party. The medium is your own hands. Thinking of this, Qin Dong began to look for the next victim who had a bad relationship with him on weekdays. Suddenly, at this moment, there were bursts of laughter on the playground. Puff, ha ha ha. Lin Bai, who was on the test platform, confidently performed the swallowing element art in front of the bald director. However, after exhausting all his strength, he couldn't absorb a trace of vitality into his body. He even let out a loud fart because of too much force. Get out. The bald director, who was so smoked by the fart, kicked Lin Bai away. Lin Bai, who was extremely arrogant just a second ago, is now as wronged as a bitter woman. He really couldn't figure it out. Since the summer vacation, the swallowing element art taught by his brother has already been practiced to mastery and he is only a little away from Zochin. Why not now? I obviously learned it. How can this be? Chapter 2. Lin Bai was puzzled. The students off the field laughed together. Dare to feel that this Lin Bai is a silver spear with a wax head, which looks good but doesn't work. But Qin Dong is still immersed in research at this time. Qin Dong pretended unintentionally to touch a girl with whom he usually had a bad relationship. This is an ordinary believer girl, relying on her family's money and beauty. She does not fall behind ordinary students like Qin Dong. Successful in stealing the cultivation method, swallowing Yuanshu bronze proficiency. After successfully stealing her 8% proficiency, essence swallowing technique bronze proficiency reached 100%. Go directly to open black lens bracket Zochin close black lens bracket. Comma. The proficiency of stealing martial arts and exercises needs to meet 3 prerequisites. First of all, you have to clarify the skills you have stolen. Second, it must be touched by the left hand, not the right hand. Qin Dong is very skeptical, is this related to his own habits? Finally, I also need to have the proficiency of this skill, even 0.01% is fine. The last one, Qin Dong, was obtained through repeated experiments with the target object, stolen just now. In addition to swallow Yuanshu, she also has a proficiency of 98% in consonant swordsmanship, black iron. I tried several times, but I couldn't steal her consonant sword art. Comma. The last one made Qin Dong feel very tasteless. If you want to steal the proficiency of a skill, do you still need to learn a little bit to be useful? But soon, Qin Dong felt that his situation was small. The proficiency you steal is 100% conversion superposition. It's very scary. To put it simply, this is a bronze grade cultivation method, swallow Yuanshu. Even if someone like me, elementary cultivation talent, learns for 3 days, he may not be able to learn 3%. However, it will take at least 1 month to achieve first glimpse, which is 20% minus 44% proficiency. Xiaocheng 45% minus 79% proficiency, it takes 3 months. Proficiency 80% minus 99% proficiency, needs 6 months. Zochin 100% proficiency requires about 2 years. Certainly, the time mentioned above refers to naked training without medicine, special food, training equipment, etc. Comma. And his own stealing talent. Under the condition of stealing. You only need to steal 5 first sight at most to reach great perfection. No matter how difficult the exercises and martial arts. For myself, I just need to learn a little superficial. This means, my own development direction is friends of genius. Comma. After a general understanding of the function of the steal talent, Qin Dong began to look for practitioners of splitting steel hand, black iron martial arts. Martial arts and skills are divided into black iron, bronze, silver, and gold according to their grades. As for martial skills above the gold rank, it is said that there are still, but this is not what Qin Dong's level can know. Split steel hand was taught by Qin Dong's father. Although it is of the black iron grade, it is worth 20,000 blue star coins. This shows how precious martial skills are. Comma. A classmate in the class, Qin Dong looked around. I didn't find anyone who practiced monument breaker. At this time, the voice of the bald head teacher sounded again. Student number 30 of Class D, Qin Dong. It was Qin Dong's turn to go up for the assessment. The students in the class looked at Qin Dong in different ways. 5 days ago, that is, 2 days before Qin Dong crossed, he was attacked by the Zerg, parasitic on humans, and was seriously injured. I was in a coma for 2 days before waking up. Qin Dong also came across at that time. With ordinary aptitude and ordinary family conditions, how could he have cultivated the bronze rank essence swallowing technique to mastery? Some students gloated in their eyes. The eyes of some students revealed some pity. Qin Dong took in all these gazes and smiled knowingly. Comma. Come to the bald dean. Qin Dong activated swallowing origin art. In an instant, the air around him was rippling, and the clothes on his body were trembling. This surprised those students who wanted to see Qin Dong's jokes. Could it be that this news has ushered an open black lens bracket mastery close black lens bracket? Facing the discussion of the crowd, Qin Dong closed his eyes, feeling the pleasure of Yuanli pouring into the body. This feeling makes Qin Dong very obsessed. Swallowing Yuan Shu is a body training method, swallowing Yuan into the body and tempering the body. Qin Dong, who is at the level of a martial artist, only had a strength of 220 jin before this. But if you practice swallowing yuanshu for a month, you can break through to 500 jin at least. Within 3 months, you will be able to become a martial artist of 1000 catalyst strength. This Zochin swallowing yuan technique made Qin feel the strength of his physical body, and the speed increased at a speed visible to the blind. Okay, I know that you have cultivated to Zochin. Stop showing off. After a while, the bald director said impatiently. As soon as the words came out, the audience was shocked. Zochin, Qin actually practiced swallow yuanshu to great perfection. How can this be? Among the currently tested students, there are only 9 people who have cultivated to open black lens bracket mastery close black lens bracket. But Qin, who used to be mediocre and lacked a strong sense of existence, has achieved great success. The bald head teacher's words interrupted Qin cultivation. Qin frowned slightly. Student Qin practiced swallow yuanshu to great perfection. Reward 1000 blue star coins. 50 caddies of yuan pork. Choose a black iron martial skill at random. The voice of the bald head teacher sounded again. OMG. The rewards are too generous. You know, the students who have practiced swallow yuanshu to master are only rewarded with 200 blue star coins and 5 caddies of yuan pork. But now, in addition to multiplying the original reward so many times, you can also choose a black iron martial skill. For a while, Qin, who was somewhat dissatisfied with the bald dean, suddenly felt that his braised eggs became more pleasing to the eye. When Qin stepped off the stage, he intuitively felt the envious and jealous eyes of his classmates. Congratulations to the students. Qin smiled slightly and didn't say much. At this moment, he was thinking, what kind of martial art should he choose? Lin Bai's Lightning 7 Whips seems to be good. So much proficiency, you can save yourself a lot of detours. Well, but it is easy to arouse the suspicion of others if one person plucks the wool. Also, besides being able to steal proficiency in martial arts and exercises, can talents be stolen? These all need to be tested. After a morning of assessment, 581 students. Only 31 passed. This meant that the remaining 550 people had to go to Class F. But obviously, it's out of the question. This assessment is not the final assessment. After 1 month, those who fail will take the makeup exam. The voice of the bald head teacher sounded again. The students couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. But in view of your laziness during this time, those who fail to pass will pay 100 blue star coins each as a re-examination fee. Before tomorrow, those who have not paid the makeup examination fee will be transferred to Class F directly. With a playful smile on the corner of the bald dean's mouth, he spoke. The students were all startled. A wry smile appeared on his face. Good guy, you might as well just post a QR code and let us pay the fee. Anyone who disagrees will be automatically expelled from school. The bald-headed dean heard the students complaining, and snorted angrily, bursting out with a powerful aura, and the entire playground fell silent instantly. Regarding the arrangement and purpose of the bald dean, Qin was not interested in guessing whether he was trying to urge the students to practice or just to make extra money. After the assessment, Qin took the initiative to find the bald dean to receive the reward. Qin and other passers came to the school's academic affairs office. The academic affairs office is similar to the academic affairs office of the high school in the previous life. But the difference is that the coffee table placed in the academic affairs office reveals a delicate fragrance. This caused some students to inhale subconsciously. The bald-headed dean likes to make tea, and his teas are spiritual teas that contain a lot of energy. Even if a small amount leaks out, the energy in the office is much more abundant than other places in the school. Watching the students suck the energy in their office, the bald dean smiled, but didn't stop him. However, when he saw that Qin directly activated Zochin's swallowing origin technique, his expression changed slightly, and he scolded with a smile, "Stinky boy, don't go too far." The Zochin Qin absorbs Yuanli twice as fast as other students. This is also the difference between proficiency and Zochin. The difference is 1,000 miles away. At this moment, Qin and other students stopped abruptly. The bald dean gave out corresponding rewards to everyone. When it's Qin Dong's turn. In addition to yuan pork and blue star coin, he asked Qin Dong which martial arts he needed. Qin Dong thought for a while, and originally planned to blurt out 7 whips of lightning, but then thought, if his talent for stealing is just to grab Lin Bai's wool, it will arouse suspicion from others. After all, I am going to become a open black lens bracket friend of genius close black lens bracket. Director Wu, please recommend a martial art that is suitable for students. Qin Dong thought for a moment before replying. The bald Director Wu was startled at first, then smiled a little, and said, haha, you're smart. I suggest you learn Taxu Wuan. Treading snow without trace, a bronze-ranked martial art technique, which can increase speed and reduce the consumption of energy. Director Wu, this Taxu Wuan is a martial skill cultivated by thieves. Although I, Qin Dong, am not a saint, I don't want to drink this water from the stealing spring. Qin Dong said with a straight face. Pedantic, what age is this, and you still steal the water from the spring? Director Wu with the bald head immediately interrupted Qin Dong, just berating him. Although this Taxu Wuan is a martial art created by thieves, there is no distinction between good and evil martial arts, only the user can. You don't know such a simple truth. Recently, thieves are rampant in our Shu city. If your younger generation learns this Taxu Wuan, won't it be easy to catch thieves? Even if you can't catch it, it's good to protect yourself. In the eyes of other students, Director Wu's earnest and thoughtful appearance is like a life mentor. But in Qin Dong's view, he looked very much like those Pua masters in his previous life. Chapter 3. Director Wu himself planned to give himself a black iron martial art. But now he gives himself the Amway bronze martial skill Taxu Wuan. This made Qin Dong smell a conspiracy. Why should he Pua himself? Could it be that you want to break into Star Stepping Gate as an undercover agent? At first Qin Dong opened his mouth to reject this bronze martial art. It's not that the so-called saints don't drink the water from the stolen spring. Instead, he was worried that Director Wu had seen his talent for stealing. It was only then that he deliberately pretended to be noble and picked himself clean. Director Wu, it's because the student pattern is small. Students are willing to live for the common people of the world, so that the common people can live and work in peace and contentment, and cultivate this treading the snow without trace. Qin Dong made a sound, like a little white sheep, who was successfully puaed. Director Wu suddenly smiled, and then said with some embarrassment, this Taxu Wuan is a bronze martial art. I only promised you a black iron martial art earlier. This is not in compliance with the rules. Director Wu, the students are willing to buy. Qin Dong said immediately. The price of bronze martial arts is not cheap. At least more than 100,000 blue star coins. As many as hundreds of thousands. Qin Dong has no money. The family does not have so much money. But Qin Dong knew very well that Director Wu would not embarrass himself, a poor student, too much when he told him tread shui wuan just now. Simply put, Qin Dong just wants to prostitute for free, but the premise is that he has to make a statement. Ha ha, you kid is really smart. Okay, this Taxu Wuan was proposed to you by me, so naturally I have to give you a preferential price. How about this? You pay 1,000 blue star coins. Originally, this was also rewarded to you by the school. Not too much. Director Wu smiled. Of course not too much. Qin Dong suppressed the ecstasy in his heart and said, don't be in a hurry to thank me. 1,000 blue star coins plus 1 black iron martial skill cannot be exchanged for bronze martial skill. You have to promise me one condition. Director Wu waved his hand with a sincere smile on his face. Director Wu, tell me. Qin Dong said, this matter will be discussed after your Taxu Wuan enters Shaocheng. Director Wu put it off. The smell of conspiracy struck again. But wealth and wealth come from danger, and now Qin Dong, who is poor and white, has no choice. Students must keep their promises. Qin Dong solemnly said. Okay, then, Taxu Wuan, I will give it to you. After Director Wu finished speaking, he waved his hand, and a white light flooded into Qin Dong's mind. This is the teaching method of Dago enlightenment, and it is an auxiliary teaching talent. But generally speaking, only between master and student, father and son, will it be taught in this way. This stunned all the students present. Don't be surprised. Mainly because I'm lazy. Director Wu narrowed his eyes and explained a few words indifferently. Qin Dong obtained 50 caddies of yuan pork, which contains yuanli and can improve physical fitness after long-term consumption, and a bronze martial skill Taxu Wuan. No doubt, he is the biggest winner of this assessment. The only regret is that although Director Wu adopts the teaching method of Dago Enlightenment, he does not have the talent of agility. Even after a lot of Dago Enlightenment, he only mastered 0.1%. After school at noon, most of the students eat in the school cafeteria. But Qin Dong chose to go home. He wanted his parents to taste the taste of the 50 caddies of yuan pork. Qin Dong packed 50 caddies of yuan pork in a black plastic bag. On the surface, there was nothing unusual, but those with keen perception could clearly feel the overflowing yuan force. There are also vessels in this world that can hide energy. There are also space rings. But these things are expensive. Qin Dong, who is still a poor student, can't afford it at all. Qin Dong rode his Shaoxuanfang motorbike home. The technology of this world is not much different from that of the previous Earth in 2023. The main differences are in communication and transportation. Shu City, where Qin Dong is located, and Chuan City, next door, there is no direct transportation. Because there are countless fierce beasts in the connecting section. The same is true for communication. Phone calls and video calls can only cover the city where you are located. Although cross-city calls can also be made. But special communication tools are required. And the cost is extremely high, several times more expensive than the international calls in the 90s in the previous life. Carrying 50 caddies of yuan pork, Qin Dong, he was followed by someone after less than half an hour of riding. 5 motorcycles stopped in front of Qin Dong. A total of 10 people came down and surrounded Qin Dong. Wow, spicy pork. Young man, you probably can't finish eating by yourself. The leading young man looked at Qin Dong greedily. The price of yuan pork is not cheap. 1 caddy needs 200 blue star coins. Qin Dong noticed that the 5 people in front of him smelled a black, 6-pointed star on their arms. These guys are gangsters, those who walk through the star gate. What a coincidence. I just got Taxu Wuan and I met them. A wry smile appeared in Qin Dong's heart. The head, Luo Fei, possesses elementary talent in movement skills and cultivation talent. To Qin Dong's surprise, he has cultivated Taxu Wuan to 98%. A distance of 2% is Zochin. Qin Dong, whose strength is only 220 jin, faced 1 late martial artist and 9 armed robbers. Qin Dong can't even run away. But Qin Dong didn't want to give away the 50 caddies of yuan pork. In an instant, Qin Dong thought of a battle plan. You are Brother Fei who stepped on the star gate. Qin Dong pretended to be excited about meeting an idol. Oh, you know me. Luo Fei was very surprised. Qin Dong's stealing talent, which allows him to know the opponent's real name, talent, skills and martial arts, seems like a weak point, but this pairing has an extraordinary effect. Qin Dong is like an idiot fan who met a star in his previous life. Excitedly, he stepped forward to shake hands with Luo Fei. This made Luo Fei couldn't help laughing. I want to steal your things, why are you still offering me? Luo Fei was a little confused when Qin Dong touched him with his left hand. Steal the proficiency of the martial skill Treading Snow Wuan. Qin Dong thought about it. Successful stealing. The proficiency of Treading Snow Wuan that Qin Dong just practiced soared from 0.1% to 98.1%. This also means that Taxu Wuan has entered the stage of mastering. But that's not enough. He wanted to escape from under the eyes of these 10 people, carrying 50 caddies of yuan pork. Taxu Wuan, you have to practice to Zochin no matter what. That's still 1.9% short. Of the remaining 9 people, one of them had a proficiency of Treading Shui Wuan reached 53%. It belongs to open black lens bracket Xiaocheng close black lens bracket. I have to let him learn to be useless. Otherwise, the probability of being caught will increase. Sister Wan. You are Sister Wan. OMG. It's an honor. Qin Dong turned into a fan again and shook hands with Sister Wan, who has a proficiency of 53%. Sister Wan was so cold and arrogant that she didn't want to talk to Qin Dong. Qin Dong didn't care either. Just touch her with your left hand. Successful stealing. Qin Dong's Tread Shui Wuan entered into great perfection, which greatly increased Qin Dong's cost of escape. However, what surprised Qin Dong was In his martial skill column, there is an extra gold grade martial skill for no apparent reason. Stepping on the stars chasing the moon gold, the proficiency is 0.1%. Chapter 4. How is this going? Qin Dong was shocked. After I stole Lin Bai's swallowing yuanjutsu proficiency of more than 100% in the morning, the grade has not been promoted. But now it's different. Could this have something to do with treading Shui Wuan being a simple beggar version of treading the stars and chasing the moon? Stepping on the stars and chasing the moon was created by the ancestor of stepping on the Stargate. Stepping on the stars and chasing the moon has extremely high requirements for body skills. Even if one possesses medium physical talent, one cannot cultivate Tozochin in one's whole life, let alone a practitioner with elementary talent. In order to allow more people to practice, the ancestor of stepping on the star adapted and produced the beggar's version. To put it simply, treading Shui Wuan and treading stars and chasing the moon belong to the same line, and the core of the principle is the same. When the proficiency exceeds 100%, it will be automatically upgraded to the final version, stepping on the stars and chasing the moon. And swallow yuanshu is a complete set of cultivation techniques, and there is no upgraded version. This guess made Qin Dong extremely excited. In the future, I can rely on steel talent to perfect those lost and incomplete martial arts and exercises. It seems that I am not a friend of genius. It's a real monster genius. Certainly, the current monstrous genius, the most important thing at the moment is to protect 50 caddies of yuan pork. To this end, Qin Dong kept shaking hands with the remaining 8 people like a second-hand guy. The combined proficiency of treading Shui Wuan of these 8 people just reached 100%. This made Qin Dong's stepping on the stars and chasing the moon proficiency reached 0.2%. Although this stealing talent can automatically upgrade incomplete skills in martial arts, the conversion rate from bronze to gold is too low. The proficiency of 100% bronze martial arts is converted into the proficiency of gold martial arts, and the proficiency is only 0.1%. Qin Dong looked at the 10 people who had already passed their studies, and thought to himself. In fact, Qin Dong didn't know that martial arts practitioners without agility talent would not be able to practice even if they got the gold level, stepping on the stars and chasing the moon. Gold grade exercises and martial arts have extremely high requirements on the talent of the practitioner. Boy, since you admire us so much, hurry up and bring yuan pork here. The little boss, Luo Fei, said. Okay. Qin Dong nodded with a smile, and very obediently took off the 50 caddies of yuan pork from the motorcycle. Luo Fei, who has become proficient by relying on the body method treading Shui Wuan, is not afraid of Qin Dong playing tricks. After all, the other party is a open black lens bracket warrior early stage close black lens bracket. Can you run past yourself? However, after Qin Dong picked up yuan pork, he didn't take the initiative to bring it over, but ran away with the meat. Asshole, how dare. Seeing this, Luo Fei looked at Qin Dong who was running away in disbelief. Qin Dong, who was running crazily treading Shui Wuan. Zochen's treading Shui Wuan made Qin Dong's body as light as a swallow, and his speed as fast as an arrow. In addition, treading snow without trace can also reduce the consumption of yuanli during running. This is faster and saves energy compared to naked running without martial arts. In today's Budo era, although motorcycles are fast, they have limitations. Some side roads, mountain roads, and obstacles have a great impact. But the martial arts are different. Qin Dong jumped up and down, walking on difficult roads, forcing them to chase him on foot. Luo Fei and the others were furious. Want to sacrifice Taxu Wuan to chase Qin Dong one after another. However, the moment they activated their skills, they fell to a halt. How is this going? Why can't I suddenly? Everyone was shocked. This unprecedented situation made them feel panicked. But I didn't think much about it at this time. Being deceived by a high school student, they felt extremely uncomfortable. It must be found and repaired. Luo Fei in late stage of martial artist, even without body skills and martial skills, he ran out of afterimages under anger. At this time, Qin Dong, who was carrying 50 caddies of yuan pork, could clearly feel someone chasing him behind him. If Qin Dong throws away 50 caddies of yuan pork, he will definitely not be caught up by him. But Qin Dong is reluctant to. There are still 15 kilometers away from the nearby police station. With the current consumption of energy and physical strength, I can definitely make it to the police station. No need, After a 5-minute chase, Qin Dong found that the only person chasing behind him was Luo Fei. Everyone else has given up. Without Shenfa martial skills, running like a sprint with all your strength consumes a lot of physical strength and energy. Martial artist realm can't hold on at all. Even in the later stage of martial arts, Luo Fei, who was almost as strong as 1,000 caddies, felt uncomfortable at this time. Most of his energy and physical strength were consumed, and the distance between him and Qin Dong was getting farther and farther. Hold on for another 2 minutes. Luo Fei stopped, gasping for breath to recover. At this time, Qin Dong, who was carrying 50 caddies of yuan pork, also stopped after noticing this scene. Treading Shui Wuan, Qin Dong, who has reached Zouchen, is not afraid of cheating at all. He dares to come. Just run away by yourself. Luo Fei looked at Qin Dong, who was 300 meters away from him, with fiery eyes. Luo Fei gritted his teeth and gave up. Turn around and leave. After watching Luo Fei leave, Qin Dong naturally will not run to the police station again. He first called the police and explained clearly what happened to the person he met in Star Stepping Gate. After hanging up the phone, Qin Dong suddenly thought of one thing. The opponent's strength is now greatly damaged. It would take half an hour to return to the place where I was intercepted before. You can go back by another way. Go on a motorcycle. I seem to remember. This motorcycle named Luo Fei is a Harley motorcycle, worth 60,000 blue star coins. In addition to the cooler appearance and stronger mechanical sense, the speed, shock resistance and other performances are much better than my ordinary motorcycles. His Taxi Wuan was given to myself. If I didn't take his Harley motorcycle, I would be too human. Thinking of this, Qin Dong felt hot in his heart. Carrying 50 caddies of yuan pork, he returned to the previous place. 10 minutes later, it was the same as Qin Dong guessed. The exhausted Luo Fei and the others didn't come over, and they chased him so anxiously that they didn't even take out the car keys on it. Qin Dong looked at his Harley motorcycle and carefully cleaned it. When getting ready to leave, another look at the remaining 5 motorcycles. There was some reluctance in his eyes. Although the sum of these 5 cars is worth less than an engine for a Harley motorcycle. But it's all money. No matter how small a mosquito is, it is still meat. But I am alone, and I can't drive away. Then, Qin Dong was not afraid of hard work and threw all 5 motorcycles into the river. Plop, plop, plop. Maybe flooding will damage the engine. But in case it's not broken, even if it breaks, selling it as scrap iron is also money. After doing everything well, Qin Dong drove a Harley motorcycle, loaded 50 caddies of yuan pork and reluctantly left. On the other hand, because Qin Dong called the police sent people to arrest Luo Fei and the others. In the past, it was difficult for Luo Fei and the others to be caught. Firstly, it is the body technique treading Shui Wuan. Second, they have motorcycles. Once the police dare to arrest them, they dare to hit those ordinary people. The era of martial arts. In addition to people of martial arts, there are also ordinary people without any cultivation talent. Ordinary people account for 60.8% of the population. In the Dragon Kingdom where Qin Dong is located, the proportion of ordinary people is as high as 64.5%. But the policewoman who came to arrest them today was quite surprised. Not only are these guys running slow, and they don't even ride motorcycles. 20 minutes later, Luo Fei and the others, who ran to the river with all their might and were about to escape on a motorcycle, looked at the scene before them in disbelief. Where is my car? Where's my Harley? Why is it gone? After the roar, what awaited them was the cold handcuffs of the police. Chapter 5. Qin Dong's family lives in Xingfu district. Happy community, has good security and greenery. Qin Dong returned home with 50 caddies of yuan pork. When the parents saw this, they were all shocked. Xiaodong, is this yuan pork? Mother Qin asked in disbelief. What could be wrong? Qin Dong laughed. It is indeed yuan pork. It's still a good quality yuan pork. As Father Qin of the middle stage of the warrior, he immediately felt the strong vitality emanating from the pork. Qin's father is a martial artist, but his strength is low. He is in his 40s, and he is only a middle-stage warrior. He is a grassroots cadre of Bashu Zoo. My goal is to become the director of a zoo. Qin Dong's mother is an ordinary person who works as a doctor in a public hospital. In the previous life, doctor was a profession with quite social status, but in the era of martial arts where everything is inferior but martial arts is high, even a top-notch doctor is not as popular as a martial artist. Xiaodong, what's going on here? You know, your dad and I can't afford this 50 caddies of yuan pork with a month's income. Mother Qin asked puzzledly. Hey, Mom, today the school has an assessment. Qin Dong roughly explained the ins and outs of the matter. But regarding the conditional exchange between himself and the bald director Wu, as well as the encounter with the thief stepping on the Stargate, Qin Dong was afraid that his parents would worry, so he chose to hide it. It's also a coincidence. Qin Dong's fused body not only has the same appearance and figure as in the previous life, but even the appearance and personality of his parents are exactly the same. This made Qin Dong not need any adaptation. After learning about this, Mother Qin couldn't help but burst into tears. I didn't expect my son to become a talent. Now there is hope for the entrance to martial arts university. Little Qian, Qin's mother's surname is Qian, you're crying all over the place, isn't that a good thing? Qin's father said with a smile. Yes, son, wait a minute, Mom will cook braised yuan pork for you now. Mother Qin wiped her tears and said with a smile. Mom, cook more. The three of us will eat this yuan pork together. Qin Dong said with a smile. Boy, this yuan of pork is not cheap, so your dad and I won't waste it. Mother Qin scolded with a smile. Qin's father swallowed and nodded. Not to mention the yuanli contained in yuan pork, the taste is much better than ordinary pork. But for the sake of my own future, the couple naturally didn't want to waste it. Mom and Dad, it's okay, there will be opportunities to get yuan pork in the future. If you don't eat it, then I won't eat it either. Qin Dong deliberately said with a straight face. Brat. Qin Ma put her hands on her hips and was about to give a lecture. Xiao Chen, this pork meal is a school reward won by Xiaodong. It is very commemorative. Let's eat it together as a family. Qin's father said with a smile. Mother Qin wants to say something. But seeing Qin Dong's insistence, Qin's mother had no choice but to agree. In the kitchen, Qin's mother was humming a little song while cooking braised yuan pork. The father and son in the dining room started chatting. Dad, I want to go to your zoo this weekend, you can get me a ticket. What is locked in the beast zoo is not the wild animals in the previous life, but the beast. Certainly, they are all low-level ferocious beasts. But even so, this may also have a great effect on Qin Dong. I can steal human martial arts and kung fu proficiency. I don't know if it's okay to be a beast. After all, I can't use this steal talent too frequently. If you use too much, it will definitely make people suspicious. If the outside world knows that he has such a talent for bugs, it will definitely be a troublesome thing. And in this world, only dead people and low-level, vicious beasts can't speak. Apart from hiding the talents he can steal, Qin Dong is still thinking. Do you only see the talents of others? Can't it be stolen like martial arts and kung fu? Qin Dong vaguely felt that talents could also be stolen. But this certainly needs to meet certain conditions. The conditions for stealing other people's talents are more stringent than those for stealing exercises and martial arts. Consider the above. This is the important reason why Qin Dong wants to go to the Wild Beast Zoo. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Chapter 6. Mom, can you help me get some powerful anesthetics in the hospital? In addition to asking his father for tickets to the zoo, Qin Dong also asked his mother who worked in the hospital. Qin Dong still has lingering fears about the star-stepping gate thieves he met at noon today. If the other party is careful enough, not only his 50 caddies of pork, but also his life may be lost. Even though it is the era of martial arts, drugs are still controlled. It's just that it's much looser than the previous life. It is easy to buy anesthetics and some psychedelic drugs on the black market. But the price is definitely more expensive than the hospital. Moreover, it is particularly easy to buy fakes. After all, buying and selling on the black market is not legally protected. Mother Qin frowned slightly, but she nodded in agreement when she thought that her son was injured by humans controlled by Zerg parasites some time ago. Mom, can we get M502 anesthetic? Chin Dong asked with some expectation. M502 anesthesia is specially used to anesthetize the beast. Even a fourth-rank ferocious beast equivalent to the realm of a great human martial artist can't hold it back. PFF'd. Mother Chin couldn't help laughing, and said, M502 is only available to the military. The public hospital where your mother and I work serves ordinary people, and the highest level of anesthetics can only be used, M520. Even 1 milliliter of M520 anesthetic can make an ordinary adult fall asleep. But at most it can only deal with second-rank beasts, warrior-level beasts. No, to be precise, the ferocious beasts in the middle stage of the warrior have an effect. As for humans, their immunity and resistance are not as good as those of ferocious beasts, so they may still have an effect on late warrior. But, in the later stages of a warrior, you won't just stand there and let you prick him. Okay, M520 is M520. Chin Dong said. Stinky boy, what do you call it? Do you think M520 is easy to get? Mother Chin scolded with a smile. Hey, Mom, I know you have a way. After all, you are Chunhui's first strike. Chin Dongpua remembered his own mother. The hospital where Chin's mother works is called Chunhui Hospital. Chin's mother is a surgeon in the hospital, and she is known as Chunhui's first surgeon. After being PUAED, the mother showed a satisfied smile on her face, and said, okay, I'll get you some tonight. Mom, a little is not enough. The more the better. If the money is not enough, you tell me, and I will find a way. Chin Dong quickly added, as for money, Chin Dong still has 5 motorcycles in the river. It can be pulled out and sold at any time. Don't worry, Mom will do her best. Chin Ma said seriously. Although Chin's mother is an ordinary person, she is willing to give everything for her son who is on the road of martial arts. She knew that her son wanted to get anesthetics, so she probably encountered some trouble. The family ate a full 5 caddies of yuan pork. After lunch, Chin Dong went to his room to practice. Swallow yuanshu to temper the fleshy body. After all, next month is the monthly exam. Every monthly exam in the martial arts era is a watershed. Rich resource rewards will make the strong stronger. At this time, Chin Dong, who was running the swallowing element art, clearly felt that the effect was much better than that in the previous assessment. This is mainly because of the 5 caddies of yuan pork that he ate, which contains a lot of yuan power. 1 hour later, Chin Dong opened his eyes, and some black and smelly impurities appeared on the surface of his body. Muscles and bones also become stronger than before. Chin Dong clenched his fists fiercely, and substantial power came from him. Although this essence swallowing technique is a bronze level body tempering technique, since it has such an effect. My current strength is estimated to reach 300 caddies. Of course, this is also related to swallow yuanshu practiced to zochin and yuan pork. If I could eat like this every day, maybe there is a chance to enter Class A. Chin Dong secretly said, On the other hand, Happy Road Police Station. The police have just finished interrogating the 10 arrested thieves from stepping on the Star Gate. Ju Yuan, these guys are probably just cannon fodder for treading the Star Gate, or those brainless admirers. Taxu Wuan doesn't know anything at all. A policewoman reported to Director Yuan. I'd rather they be cannon fodder. If a group of thieves has so many chasers, it will be troublesome. A middle-aged man sighed heavily. Yuan Bureau, what should we do with these people? We don't have sufficient evidence to prove that they are people from the Star Stepping Gate, and some of them have a family background in martial arts. The policewoman frowned. According to the regulations, let's release him after a few days of detention. Director Yuan said tiredly. At this moment, Bureau Yuan's cell phone rang. Teacher. Director Yuan, who was incomparably majestic in front of his subordinates, suddenly became respectful. Xiao Yuan, I found another kid for you today. Maybe he can realize your police's undercover operation. On the other end of the phone was a rough man. Teacher, this is a secret operation of our police, and it cannot be exposed. In case your phone is tapped. Yuan Ju broke into a cold sweat and said with a wry smile. Xiao Yuan, you are still as timid as before. HMPH, who dares to monitor me? Besides, I'm the only one in this office. Or, are you teaching me how to do things? The rough man said with some displeasure. Teacher, you misunderstood. Xiao Yuan didn't mean that. Director Yuan quickly admitted his mistake. Okay, I'll check again in a while. If he meets the requirements, you can come and find him. The rough man said. Thank you, teacher. You have worked hard. Director Yuan smiled apologetically. Xiao Yuan, there have been a lot of troubles in Shu City recently, you should also pay attention to safety. If you are in trouble, don't be embarrassed to find me. I'm not old enough to be useless. The rough man said. Thank you, teacher, for your concern. Director Yuan said sincerely. Okay, don't make this up for me. I'm just worried that no one will give me a good Longchen tea in the future. The rough man duplicity, as if he didn't appreciate it. After hanging up the phone, Director Yuan shook his head dumbfounded. After so many years, my mentor is still so interesting. Director Yuan, is Teacher Wu calling? The policewoman asked curiously. Certainly, except for Mr. Wu from Yichongzan, who dares to talk to our Director Yuan like this. Another young policeman laughed. You pay less attention to these things. Recently, besides the star-stepping gate parasite is also very active. You have to investigate carefully. If the situation is too serious, you can use carpet search. Director Yuan said loudly. Yes. The policemen responded one after another. Oh, by the way, those 10 thieves from the Stargate, keep them locked up for me. No matter who comes to intercede. Don't let them out. Director Yuan thought of his mentor and found a good undercover agent. If he wanted to break into the stepping on the Stargate, the guys caught today are still useful. Chapter 7. Qin Dong, who was running Swallow Yuan technique to temper his body and expel the smelly impurities, first went to the bathroom to wash the fragrance, and then started shopping on his mobile phone. He found 2 shops in Yuanbao Mall. Lime wholesaler Qin Dong bought 1,000 lime bombs the size of glass beads. In addition, I also found a DIY shop of handmade king and made a request to make a lime gun. The lime bomb fired by the lime gun needs to explode within 1 to 2 meters. The purpose of purchasing M520 anesthetic is the same as for self-protection. The nearest Shu city is not very peaceful. Open black lens bracket Stargate close black lens bracket, open black lens bracket Fierce Beast close black lens bracket and open black lens bracket Parasite close black lens bracket. Afternoon. Qin Dong came to the school. There are also culture classes in the Budo era. Mathematics, physics, chemistry, history, geography. Both. Oh, right, there is even English. But these classes are just sub-classes. Even if you fail all of them, as long as you have a high score in martial arts, you can enter a top martial arts university. In the afternoon there is a martial arts theory class. The teacher who teaches the class is Qin Dong and their class teacher. The realm of martial arts, a great martial artist. Before class, Qin Dong observed with some curiosity just how talented this graduate from a prestigious university was. Open black lens bracket Wang Chunin close black lens bracket. Race. Human. Exercises. Whale swallowing method silver 100% proficiency. Martial arts. 1. Ben Lei Zhang silver 100% proficiency. 2. Grass flying technique silver 30% proficiency. Talent. 1. Moderate cultivation talent. 2. Medium boxing talent. As expected of a graduate from a famous university, he actually possesses 2 middle-level talents. You have to know that in the class I'm in right now, no one has 2 middle-level talents, and even a single middle-level talent is very rare. Besides, the silver-grade whale swallowing method has also been cultivated to Zochin. This is a technique that can not only temper the body, but also cultivate the original force. Qin Dong thought to himself. In the era of martial arts, although the talent of a cultivator cannot determine everything, there are also top powerhouses with poor talent. But all fools know that this is only a small probability event. Talent determines the upper limit. Try to decide the lower limit. Every country keeps the talent of martial artists strictly confidential. Apart from the country, even the schools don't know the talents of the students. There are several reasons. 1. Some fighters from civilian families, if they have advanced talents, will inevitably be tempted by foreign forces. This is a huge loss to the future of the Dragon Kingdom. 2. I am also worried that teachers will favor students with good talents and exclude and run on students with poor talents. Among the top human beings, there are also those with mediocre talents in the early days, but by chance, they awakened their hidden talents. Before the age of 6, the human race will awaken talent, and half of them have only one talent, such as Qin Dong now. Even if the probability of awakening a hidden talent is only 1 in a million, Longguo, which upholds the idea of elite education for all, is still willing to give everyone a chance. 3. Although this is the age of martial arts, talent plays a very important role, but chance, luck, and the quality of the warrior are also important. In recent years, Longguo has repeatedly emphasized not to use theory of talent and does not want to cultivate some young soldiers who do not have fighting beliefs and accomplishments. Moment. It's time to start class. Just today, all colleges and universities in Shu City received a temporary notice from the Education Bureau. Let all the students fully understand open black lens bracket parasite close black lens bracket. This is related to Shu City's recent abnormal activity of parasite. Qin Dong, tell me about the characteristics of parasite. Wang Chunin asked Qin Dong to get up and answer the question. Okay, Teacher Wang. Qin Dong nodded. Parasite beast belongs to Zerg race referred to as parasite beast. The combat effectiveness of their bodies is very weak, even ordinary people can crush them to death. However, they can parasitize in the bodies of humans and even ferocious beasts, and gain control of the brain, possessing the same intelligence as humans. The host being parasitized, although the realm of martial arts will not change, but the physique will be strengthened to a certain extent. In simple terms, once parasitized, it is equivalent to becoming a marionette. Parasites feed on humans. Parasite beast. The parasite needs to meet 2 conditions. First, the selected parasitic target is in a comatose state. Second, it can only parasitize warriors below warrior realm. Above warrior realm, the mental power is extraordinarily strong. Even in a coma, it has a certain protective effect. Within 24 hours after parasitic beast leaves its body, it can theoretically be rescued. The shorter the time, the greater the chance of successful rescue. Parasite is afraid of high temperature, flames, and the SQ8 insect pill developed by humans. Qin Dong explained the characteristics of parasitic beast one by one. Teacher Wang nodded in satisfaction, smiled and asked Qin Dong to sit down. But instead he added, what Qin Dong said is generally correct, but there are 2 mistakes. Parasitic beast can parasitize in the body of warrior master, great martial master, Wu Ling, and even Wu King. As soon as the words came out, the students in the classroom were all shocked. Classification of martial arts. Martial apprentice, martial artist, martial master, great martial master, martial spirit, martial king, martial emperor, martial venerable and martial saint. Above martial saints are all legendary realms. Ordinary students like Qin Dong don't know if they exist or not. In addition, the textbook clearly stated that Zerg can only parasitize below the warrior realm. There is nothing wrong with what Qin Dong said. The development of the human race is changing with each passing day, and so is the Zerg race. According to recent reports, a parasitic Wu Wang strong appeared in the island country. Teacher Wang said in a deep voice. This, no way. All the students in the classroom, including Qin Dong, stared wide-eyed. Parasitic beast has a new species, open black lens bracket companion parasitic beast close black lens bracket. The host of the companion parasite, the thoughts and behaviors are not controlled by the parasite. Of course, this does not mean that parasites can now invade King Wu's body. Teacher Wang said with a straight face. Then, how did they get parasitized? A student asked. They did it voluntarily. Teacher Wang showed a meaningful smile. Volunteer. Why? And this parasitic beast can't control their brains, so what's the use of being parasitic? The students were puzzled. These parasitic beasts are different from ordinary species. They have talents and the people who are parasitized will get their talents. The Zerg also hope to appear on Blue Star in another way. Teacher Wang said. This incident was like a thunderbolt in the minds of the students. You know, the person who awakens the hidden talent is 1 in a million. And after being parasitized, you can get talent without being completely controlled by him. This is indeed attractive, but, after that, it's Zerg. In addition, sharing the body with others, except for some psychopaths, few normal people would agree. It's like, there is a camera on the head, Besides, the second point that Qindong mentioned is that SQ8 Chongchong pill has no effect on parasites. After decades of evolution, parasites have no effect on SQ8 Chongchong pill. Already immune, Teacher Wang continued. This once again caused an uproar among the students. Most of the people in Class D are warriors. It is the favorite parasite of parasites. If this open black lens bracket SQ8 Chongchong pill close black lens bracket doesn't work, unless the parasite shows mercy and leaves the body on its own initiative, it will undoubtedly die. The Education Bureau announced the latest news about Parasite Beast, and I hope that all students can take good care of themselves. It must not be taken lightly. After school in the afternoon, the school will conduct a deworming inspection on everyone. In addition, in response to this parasite incident, the Education Bureau and the police asked the major schools in Shucheng to set up their own pest control teams next week. Teacher Wang dropped 2 more bombshells. Worm removal inspection through high temperature to check whether it is invaded by parasites. According to previous experiments, the parasite can only survive for 5 to 10 minutes at 70 degrees Celsius. For ordinary people, if they stay at a temperature of 70 degrees for 10 minutes, they will be half disabled even if they are not dead. Therefore, insect removal check is only for those who are martial arts. Martial arts people's physical fitness far exceeds that of ordinary people. But for the warrior with the lowest realm and the weakest strength, staying at 70 degrees for 10 minutes is not a small challenge. However, as a person of martial arts, enjoying more resources than ordinary people means taking on greater responsibilities. The Education Bureau and the police hope that the students will also participate in the establishment of the pest control squad. First, they hope to train the students. Second, it can be seen that the activities of parasite beasts are very rampant in Shu City. Chapter 8. Starting next week, every school in Shucheng will set up its own pest control squad. Kill 1 parasite, reward 10 blue star coins. Control 1 host, a human being parasitized by a parasite, a beast, and reward 1000 blue star coins. If the human host is killed, only 500 blue star coins can be obtained. Out of humanitarianism, the country still hopes to rescue a wave of humans controlled by parasites, and has given the richest rewards for capturing hosts alive. After the pest extermination project starts, Shu City will select the MVP of the pest extermination squad. For the MVP team, each member will receive a silver-grade vitality cultivation technique. The number of each pest control team shall not exceed 30 people. And this also means that not everyone is eligible to join the pest extermination squad. After all, it is an extremely dangerous thing to fight with parasites with the same intelligence as humans. After school in the afternoon, the school conducts a unified deworming inspection for the students in the martial arts class. Every martial arts school has inspection equipment produced by the country. Insect removal equipment, it looks like a boiler. In less than 3 minutes, the temperature inside can be heated to 70 degrees. Insect removal equipment, in addition to the high temperature, there is also a strong elemental force inside, which is 10 times that of the outside, which can ensure that the weakest warriors will not be heated to death. 20 students can enter at one time. Before going in, the students will be put on anklets and handcuffs to restrict their movements, in case parasite chooses extreme exchange at the last moment. Each high school has 2 deworming equipment, 10 times the yuanli. For civilian warriors, this is simply a treasure land. Practicing in it has the effect of getting twice the result with half the effort. You know, even the vitality room, which can only be used by rich people, has only 5 times the energy. However, the high temperature of 70 degrees is hell for warriors. The first batch of students who entered kept crying in pain. This made the students who were farther away couldn't help but sneer. These idiots really can't bear a bit of suffering. Yes, there's 10 times the power inside. I don't know if I can stay in there for a little longer. And this is completely opposite to the attitude of the students who were about to enter the insect removal equipment. The shrill screams inside made their scalps tingle. Soon, 10 minutes is up. The appliance door opens. 7 people rushed out desperately like refugees fleeing from a disaster. The 7 people who came out were panting. Even if it contains 10 times the energy inside, the high temperature of 70 degrees makes it difficult to breathe. The remaining 33 people, they were not parasitized by parasites, they just passed out from the heat inside. The school teacher carried them out, and asked the students in Class F to help them carry them to the school's infirmary for treatment. Students who have done the deworming inspection will upload it to the National Information Database. Qin Dong, who was in the middle of the queue, realized that it was his turn in 20 minutes. This made Qin Dong a little hopeless. Swallowing yuanshu, if you have a great mastery of proficiency, if you can practice in an environment with 10 times the yuan force, the effect will be several times stronger than eating yuan pork. The vital energy room with 5 times the energy costs 500 blue star coins per hour, which is still a student price. Qin Dong, can you come out of it by yourself later? Just then, a voice rang in Qin Dong's ear. Looking back, I found that it was Lin Bai who had stolen the swallowing yuanjutsu by himself in the morning. This guy is kind of interesting. How long has it been since the proficiency of swallowing yuanshu has reached 2%? It's hard enough, Qin Dong thought to himself. Seeing that Qin Dong didn't speak, Lin Bai was very upset. Originally, I was supposed to steal the limelight in the assessment of swallowing yuanshu in the morning, but I don't know why I turned out to be desperate, so I just failed to learn it. Being kicked in the face by the bald director Wu. And Qin Dong, who used to be silent, is a big show. This makes Lin Bai, who thinks highly of himself, develop inexplicable hostility towards Qin Dong. In the era of martial arts, due to mistakes in the practice of martial arts, the mental collapse of martial arts people, or the influence of drugs, the loss of martial arts may result in the loss of martial arts, and the damage of vitality and the decline of the realm. And these are called insertions. Of course, in the absence of combat stimulation, the probability of going mad is not high, according to the statistics of Longuo last year. Only 0.0058%. Among the 10,000 people, there are only 58 people who have bewilderment. But even so, Qin Dong didn't dare to steal the exercises and martial arts of his classmates casually on campus. Once the probability is significantly increased, it is bound to arouse suspicion. Just when Lin Bai provoked Qin Dong for no reason, Qin Dong and their class teacher suddenly opened the door of the insect removal equipment midway. What's wrong? Someone was parasitized. The students discussed it one after another. School teachers can watch the scene inside through the screen outside the deworming device. The parasite that sneaked into the school just now couldn't stand the high temperature, chose to bite off its tongue, and died with the original host. After the school teacher noticed the abnormality, he immediately went in for rescue. Rescue is more timely. Although the tongue was bitten off, it is not difficult to regenerate a broken limb in the era of martial arts. This scene made the faces of all the students present change suddenly. It was 15 years ago since the last parasite, large-scale riot, and the students had not experienced the harm of parasite firsthand. Although we are warriors, as long as we are not unconscious, it is impossible for the parasite to succeed. How did this guy get parasitized? The parasitic guy is from Class E. He has a romantic nature and often goes to romantic places run by ordinary people. It is estimated that after the incident, the spirit is weak, so that parasite can take advantage of it. No, I heard that this guy is having a real relationship with a female anchor. Some students discussed it. After Qin Dong heard the words, he couldn't help shaking his head. This parasite understands humans very well. Every time, the beautiful women are used as a breakthrough to invade the human world step by step. This comeback took advantage of the recently emerging live broadcast industry as a breakthrough. After uncovering parasite, check the opportunity. Soon, it was Qin Dong's turn to go in. 2 open black lens bracket insect removal equipment close black lens bracket. For each device, 20 people can enter at one time. Lin Bai and Qin Dong were divided into 2 devices respectively. Before going in, Lin Bai glanced at Qin Dong provocatively, as if saying, "Don't run away crying later." Qin Dong ignored him. At this moment, Qin Dong looked at a tall, icy-faced girl with a cold demeanor in astonishment. Li Qingyu, the class flower of Budo Class C. At the same time, the top student who almost entered Class A last year. Li Qingyu is very popular at school, and even the arrogant Lin Bai is her suitor. However, at this time, Qin Dong's eyes were not envious but shocked. Open black lens bracket Li Qingyu close black lens bracket. Race. Terran plus Zerg. Talent. 1. Moderate cultivation talent. 2. Elementary swordsmanship training talent. 3. Hidden ice talent unawakened. Cultivation method. Swallow Yuanshu bronze proficiency 85%. Martial skill. Jade Maiden swordsmanship bronze proficiency 55%. Terran plus Zerg. What does it mean? Could it be that she was parasitized? This discovery made Qin Dong's heart beat violently. Except for Wu Sheng, who can perceive the host with terrifying mental power, he can only pass the high temperature test. But Qin Dong, who can see the opponent's race, skills, martial arts and talent, can see it directly with the naked eye. But Qin Dong was puzzled again. According to what everyone discussed just now, the easiest target for parasites is LSP. Could it be? Did Li Qingyu meet the male anchor in private? This is not right. According to Li Qingyu's style assessment, she is not such a person. Chapter 9. Qin Dong, Li Qingyu and others walked into the insect removal equipment that looked like a boiler. This made Qin Dong more and more confused. Logically, after being parasitized, Li Qingyu should be very afraid of the high temperature, but her pretty, fair face did not show a trace of panic. Could it be that the parasitic beast has evolved so that it is not afraid of high temperature? Or, what kind of magic weapon does she have to prevent high temperature? Should I point it out now? If I point it out now, will the school trust me? The most important thing is that I, who was born in an ordinary family, have committed a crime. There are many thoughts in Qin Dong's mind. Never mind. Don't think too much about it. Step by step. This 10 times the power can't be wasted. Qin Dong restrained his mind, operated swallow yuan jutsu and absorbed yuan force crazily. The same goes for other students. But soon, some people couldn't bear the 70-degree high temperature and cried out in pain. Qin Dong also felt that his internal organs were roasted by fire. At the same time, it is also accompanied by the pleasure of devouring yuanli. Qin Dong gritted his teeth, abandoned distracting thoughts and continued to operate swallow yuanshu. Under the conditions of high temperature and 10 times the concentration of yuanli, Qin Dong's swallowing yuanshu exerted the greatest effect. There seemed to be a warm current in the body, constantly washing and impacting the bones, muscles and organs. Before entering the insect-expelling equipment, Qin Dong's strength was about 300 jin. But it's only been 5 minutes here. Qin Dong felt that his strength had reached at least 320 jin. The growth rate is not bad. Certainly, this is also related to Qin Dong being too weak now. With such a weak physical foundation like Qin Dong, it is impossible to practice swallow yuanshu to zochin. In other words, even if a martial arts monk who has practiced swallowing yuanshu to zochin, even if he has not entered the warrior realm, he is at least in the late warrior stage. But the current Qin Dong is still in early period of warriors. After Qin Dong was promoted to warrior realm, the effect of swallow yuanshu would decrease accordingly. Let me out. I can't take it anymore. I'm dying. When Qin Dong and others reached the 6th minute, more and more students began to roar and growl. The demons danced wildly. It's like purgatory on earth. But at this time Qin Dong was still crazily devouring yuanli. As if the outside world had nothing to do with him. The poor are alone. Wealth benefits the world. What Qin Dong wants to do is to keep getting stronger. But soon, Qin Dong noticed something strange. A virtual panel appeared in his mind. Open black lens bracket ice worm close black lens bracket. Race. Zerg. Talent. Elementary ice talent. Martial arts. None. How is this going? As long as a creature enters within 5 meters of me, it will be detected by detection. But why did it appear now? Could it be that the ice worms have been in a state of hibernation? My god-level stealing talents can survey the talents, skills and martial arts of all creatures within 5 meters around, but the premise is that living things are alive. In order not to be perceived by the human race, the ice worms have gained the ability to hibernate like suspended animation. Qin Dong thought to himself. At this moment, he found Li Qingyu next to her, frowning, dripping with sweat, and she had a worm cocoon on her slender hand. This should be the ice worm, without a doubt. The ice worm's talent for freezing might be able to restrain the high temperature. She wanted to use this method to deceive the world. Qin Dong, who realized the truth of the matter, couldn't help but turn pale with fright. Before this parasite riot, Zerg only existed in textbooks. Parasitic beasts are as intelligent as humans and have independent personal thoughts. When Qin Dong first read this sentence, he thought that this parasitic beast was very smart. But no matter how smart a bug is, how smart it can be. However, now seeing that the parasitic beast is taking every step of the way, it wants to hide from the eyes of many teachers. Qin Dong was shocked. These parasitic beasts are really just like humans. Also a highly intelligent human being. At this time, Qin Dong had a new understanding of Zerg. Qin Dong noticed that the expression on Li Qingyu's face became more and more relaxed as she held the ice worm in her hand. What to do? Do you want to make a move? How should I explain it to the school at that time? In order to prevent the parasitized practitioners from fighting back, Qin Dong also wore bracelets and ankles. Time passed by every minute and every second. Qin Dong was running the swallowing element art while thinking about whether to do it. There is still 1 minute left before leaving insect removal equipment. Qin Dong noticed the smile on Li Qingyu's face. The expression on her face became more and more relaxed. It was as if he had seen the dawn of victory. Qin Dong, who was at war between heaven and man, suddenly opened his eyes. His eyes are extremely firm. He decided to kill the insects. Li Qingyu, who was parasitized, felt the killing intent emerging from the boy beside her, and couldn't help turning her head to look at Qin Dong. The two looked at each other. Qin Dong smiled slightly. Immediately afterwards, Qin Dong showed his ferocity. Like an idiot, he directly threw Li Qingyu down. This scene, the teachers outside were surprised. Is this guy crazy? Under our noses, dare to do such beastly things. Go in and save people. The bald director Wu said in a deep voice. Qin Dong bastard, see if I'm not whipping his skin. As Qin Dong's class teacher, Wang Chunan, seeing his students being so out of their minds, couldn't help cursing. I think you are an idiot. However, Director Wu scolded him. Teacher Wang was slightly taken aback. That girl might be parasitized by parasitic beast. Director Wu, who is known as the billion insect slasher, saw Qin Dong riding on Li Yueqing's body like a hooligan through the screen outside the insect expelling device, but he didn't really want to belittle Li Yueqing, but he was fighting for the ice worm in Li Yueqing's hand. Li Yueqing is a late martial artist with a strength of up to 800 jin. Under normal circumstances, it is impossible for Qin Dong to ride like this. But, under the high temperature, parasite beast is limp and has no fighting power. Ice worm, after finding out that he was noticed by humans, he wanted to escape. Qin Dong grabbed it. The cold air like frost, released by the ice worms can freeze people, and warriors with poor physical bodies will be frozen to death directly. However, it's 70 degrees right now. Ice worm, the cold air released by Qin Dong made Qin Dong feel as if he drank soda. His heart was cold and his heart was flying. Oh, cool. Chapter 10. The ice worm with a very brittle body was directly crushed to death by Qin Dong. At this moment, a mechanical and cold notification sounded in Qin Dong's mind. Ding, do you want to steal the elementary ice talent? Steal. Qin Dong was extremely excited. Sure enough, I can not only steal exercises and martial arts, but also talents. Soon, Qin Dong noticed that there was an extra talent in his virtual panel. Open black lens bracket Qin Dong close black lens bracket. Race. Terran. Talent. 1. Kung Fu training talent. Elementary. 2. Ice talent. Elementary. Exercises. 1. Essence swallowing technique bronze 100% proficiency. Martial arts. 1. Monument splitter black iron proficiency 72%. 2. Treading snow wuan bronze 100% proficiency. 3. Stepping on the stars and chasing the moon gold, the proficiency is 0.2%. At the same time, the alloy iron door of insect expelling equipment was opened. Director Wu and teacher Wang walked in. Li Qingyu's parasitic beast wanted to use ice worm to get away with it. But ice worm was pinched to death by Qin Dong. Li Qingyu, who was parasitized, was in unbearable pain. In addition, resisting Qin Dong consumed a lot of strength. The parasitic beast parasitic in Li Qingyu's body died immediately. However, Qin Dong was still riding on her body, as if he didn't want to get off. In fact, Qin Dong was just thinking about why steal talent was triggered suddenly and successfully completed the steal. Qin Dong, calm down. Teacher Wang, the class teacher, said at this time. Oh. After reacting, Qin Dong glanced at Li Qingyu below him, and then got up quickly. Li Qingyu and the students who were unconscious under the high temperature were carried to the infirmary one after another. As for Qin Dong, he also wants to pluck the wool. Stay in the device and enjoy the 10 times stronger Yuanli. This scene of deja vu reminded Director Wu that this kid was frantically absorbing energy in his office, and the corners of his mouth twitched. It's Qin Dong's time, come out. With a dark face, Director Wu dragged out Qin Dong, who likes to squeeze wool. Qin Dong had no choice but to leave reluctantly. Along with Qin Dong came Lin Bai from another insect removal equipment. When Lin Bai learned that Qin Dong found out that Li Qingyu was parasitized by a parasitic beast, he was very surprised when he desperately stopped it. This kid who is usually unknown has been very popular recently. Qin Dong, how did you find the ice worm in her hand? At this moment, the bald Director Wu asked curiously. Qin Dong didn't explain directly, but indicated to Director Wu with his eyes that he wanted to go to a place with few people. Okay. Director Wu with the bald head pulled Qin Dong to his side, and casually arranged a barrier with Yuanli. Director Wu, I seem to have awakened the talent of perception. After she took out Ice Worm from the space ring, I noticed it. Qin Dong turned on the open eyes and talk nonsense mode. In the era of martial arts, the stronger the talent potential, the more resources you can get. The trick of pretending to be a pig and eating a tiger only exists in YY novels. After thinking about it, Qin Dong still thinks that the muscles should be brightened first, so as to win greater benefits. But stealing the secrets of talents, martial arts and exercises is too shocking. For this reason, he falsely claimed that he had awakened the talent of perception so as to increase his bargaining chips to join the insect squad formed next week. Combined with his discovery of Ice Worm and Parasite Beast, the bald coach Wu frowned slightly, as if he was thinking about Qin Dong's words. After pondering for a few seconds, Director Wu suddenly smiled and said, but Qin Dong, can you now perceive which classmate has been parasitized? Qin Dong can do it. But Qin Dong shook his head. For one thing, Qin Dong didn't want to become a doll-checking machine. Secondly, Qin Dong also wants to practice in the insect-expelling equipment with 10 times the power. Director Wu, my perception ability is relatively weak, and I can only find out when they are struggling. I am willing to enter the insect removal equipment with the next students. In order to eliminate the Zerg, dedicate my modest strength. Qin Dong's awe-inspiring and generous tone was replaced by other young teachers, and he was moved for a while. But after countless battles, Director Wu, who is nicknamed Billion Worm / has a twitching mouth. Awakening talent is less likely than winning the lottery. In addition, even if the talent of perception is awakened, it is difficult to detect the existence of parasitic beast. There is also an intuition telling myself that this bastard just wants to squeeze wool. The operation of this worm removal equipment is very expensive. In order to protect the students with weak physical strength, it needs to maintain 10 times the energy inside. This will consume open black lens bracket yuan amethyst close black lens bracket. Okay, then Qin Dong, I'll leave it to you. After a while, Director Wu agreed with a smile. This surprised Qin Dong a little. Director Wu believed in his own evil. Immediately afterwards, Qin Dong and the next batch of students entered the insect removal equipment together. This scene, Lin Bai, who thought highly of himself, was dumbfounded. What happened? Why did he go in again? Lin Bai was very surprised. At the same time, Lin Bai couldn't help thinking that before entering the insect removal equipment he still provoked Qin Dong to prevent him from being carried out. Result, not only was Qin Dong not carried out, but he went in again. Director Wu, what's the matter with this kid? Wang Chunin, the head teacher, asked suspiciously. He said that he has awakened the talent of perception and can detect the existence of Zerg. Director Wu laughed. How can this be? Parasite has long evolved to the point where it can block perception talents. If it was so easy to find, Parasite would not be listed as S-class dangerous creature by the human race. Another teacher said with a dumbfounded smile. Is this kid crazy from poverty? He's just a mere martial artist, and he just wants to squeeze wool. Another teacher complained. Let him go. Director Wu smiled meaningfully. Director Wu can roughly judge that Qindong's purpose is to squeeze wool. The reason why I agreed with him to pluck the wool was to test whether this guy had the qualifications of a gold medal agent. When I fooled myself just now, my face was not red and my heart was not beating. In addition, he was not a pure lie. After all, he had indeed discovered something strange about Li Qingyu. If he really has the ability to perceive the existence of parasitic beasts, it will be a great thing for Longguo. If he didn't and was just lying, it would prove that this bastard has the qualifications of a golden agent. Asking him to cooperate with his student, Xiao Yuan, to carry out the undercover project is simply the best candidate. Enter the stove-like insect removal equipment again. Qindong couldn't help the excitement in his heart. He checked first, and after none of the students in this group were parasitized, he sat cross-legged and began to activate the swallowing yuan technique. At the same time, Qindong also did not forget to think. The conditions for stealing talent were triggered just now. After sorting out my thoughts, Qindong came to the following conclusions. To succeed, open black lens bracket, steal talent, close black lens bracket. 1. You must touch steal target with your right hand, and ice worm was crushed to death with your right hand. 2. I have to kill steal target, and the steal talent prompt does not appear immediately after holding ice worm but only after it dies. However, there are still a few points to be verified. Do you have to kill yourself if you want to successfully steal talent? Killed by others, or died naturally, can it be stolen? Is there a death time limit? These 2 points can be verified later. After finishing the insect removal inspection for the students, Director Wu will definitely pull himself to the talent inspection institution. At that time, I can ask him to take me to the school's fierce beast herbarium. The specimen room is under the care of Director Wu. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.